Namaste everybody and welcome to Aphinya Yoga. I am Aphinya. This video is a vigorous vinyasa flow that I am somewhat want to do my practice, prepare myself to teach a class tomorrow and also feel it at the same time. And the wisdom behind the sequence today is about acceptance. And acceptance, sometimes it comes easier than the others. I believe some of you know that. But sometimes it's also not that easy. For example, like myself, I have been practicing yoga for a while, and there are some poses that I have been wanting it to do it for so long, and yet for 14 years, I am not yet able to nail it. However, luckily, beside the growth of the physical body, I also build the growth of the spirituality. And when I remember and be aware of it, I allow myself to remember. If I do not practice with the sense of acceptance, I actually do not practice in yoga. And that is what this video is about. We have to remember to love this unique body in this day and practice from that. Be humble to enjoy what it is that is show up to us, and also accept ourselves in that moment and be grateful for it. Also, a sense of acceptance is also a sense of opening up, like opening up to the possibility that may not be what it is that we want it to be, but let it be as it is. So if you would like to join me, sit nice and tall and close your eyes, please. May the breath allow our inner body to expand and open, and we feel that sense of openness so we can accept the weakness within us, the strength within us, and most importantly, the authenticity of who we are, that which means the way that our body is built. It's great to have a goal, to want to be somewhere, but we also have to remember to enjoy the progress, each step that take us there. So may we remember to accept wholeheartedly the practice of our yoga today in this moment. You bring the hands together right in front of the heart, and you just bow down gently toward yourself. And then from there, just come down and lie onto your back, please. And you extend your arms and your legs long away from one another. And with that length in the bone, start to roll your ankles toward one another. Keep the breath steady. And then we roll the ankle toward one another. And you stop that, you rock the hip side to side. And you use that to start. Open up the back muscles. And bring the knees together toward the chest. You roll your knees into circle, side by side. This action, what good for is that it helps moving the head of the femur bones around their sockets. I really like that before I get into any, standing poses. I just want that joy to feel like lubricated first. And then we change direction. happy baby. Feet up to the sky. Use the strength of your hand just a little bit to resist. Whoa, I need to move this. Like to resist the pulling, so then the muscle is stay active while you're trying to stretch your hips muscles. So from here, let's do the left leg Supta Padangusthasana to the side first, please. Ground your right leg nice and strong to the floor. Now, for any one of you that you have a tighter quad and hamstrings muscles, I highly suggest keep your right knees bent and just work your left leg only. And try to opening that adductor muscles as much as you can. You want to opening it by not let the sitting bone, tilt it to the side. Have both sitting bones on the floor, and you're doing that. And then we go figure 4, left ankle above the right knee, please. And draw your right leg in towards you. So to go with the theme today, with acceptance, we need a lot of the opening, like letting it go, opening up. So I have one of a beautiful hip opening poses for you today. And then from there, you let go of your right leg, have the foot to the floor, open the arms out, drop the legs to the right. Okay. Aim your left knee up to the sky. Inhale and exhale nice and deep. And you lift your hands up, have your right hand behind the back of the head. We're going to do 10 crunch here. And you're going to crunch sideways to the left. So exhale, lift, inhale down. 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back center with the leg. Supta Padangusthasana, right leg, please. Ground the left shoulder down to the floor. If you never know the inner rotation of the thighs before, that is one of the very good tricks to help you to get into the opening of the adductor muscles very effectively. I have a video on that. I will try to remember to link it below this video. Okay. And then figure 4, left ankle above your right knee. Keep your right shin square toward your chest. And gradually draw that right leg in towards you. So we hit the piriformis and outer hip rotator. And you let go of your left leg, grab the shoulder down, drop the leg to the left, and your right knee up toward the sky. Let your jaw relax. Even your mind, let it be quiet and open. Open for the possibility. Your left hand hold the back of the head. We do 10 crunch. 9 to the right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come back center. Now I need to find a way to help myself with this. Okay, hug the knee to the chest, rock side to side, please. Then you're gonna rock back and forward. Get yourself to Uttanasana. Yep. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, sit down, rock back and forward again. Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine out from the thigh. Exhale, roll back and forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. This one downward facing dog, please. And I'm going to change the size a bit. Move around. Maybe you sway your hip side to side, or maybe you want to move your legs, bend one knee at a time. See what feels right now. Once again, come back to that sense of acceptance when you know and you accept what's tight, what's weak. And if you know your practice well, then you give to your body what it needs. Yeah. We do left leg up to the sky. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bend at the knee, kick the foot to the right. You lift your right armpits up to keep the shoulders square, and each exhale you push your chest backward and tilted the hip more open. And you can control how strong you want this pose to be. Yeah. Extend the legs, square the hips, step the left leg forward, right hand to the floor, twist, twist. Standing split on your left leg. Right leg up, high to the sky. If you're strong enough, you can challenge yourself by just be on your standing leg and have your both heeled, both hand hold the heel. Use your core to find the center of the gravity. Uttanasana, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do 3 breaths here. To plank, inhale. To dog, exhale. And you do 2 more on your own breath, please. Then 3-legged dog, right leg up to the sky, opening the hip. Bend at the knee. And kick your right leg to the left side. And lift the left armpits up. Each exhale, push your chest backward. Extend the legs, square the hips, step the right foot forward, left hand to the floor. We are twisting to the right side, please. Hands alongside the ear, keep the belly facing the floor, chest turn open, sternum is open. Standing split, please. Uttanasana, exhale. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Plank, inhale. 1 push up, please, and do downward facing dog. There's a lot of back right now. Bend the knee, look between the hands, get yourself forward. You have a lot of options here. You can jump even if you feel ready for that. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, bow down, Uttanasana. Ground out to your feet, arms up to the sky. Inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. We go left leg back, high lunge, please. You go deep into your leg bone when you exhale. Keep the back leg straight and keep bending the front knee. Each inhale, see, can you root the tailbone down and lift the spine nice and open, the shoulder blades together. You can interlace the hand and point your index fingers up to the sky. 3-legged dog, right leg up to the sky, hip square, inhale. Knee to the nose, round the back, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog, or cobra. 1 more breath here, please. Downward facing dog. Bend the knee, look between the hand. Come forwards again, Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine forward, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Ground out to your feet, arms up to the sky, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Spine lengthen, inhale. Right leg back, high lunge. Exhale, go deep into your leg bone. Keep your right thighs back. You roll your tailbone now, length all the way up to the crown of your head. 90-degree front thighs if you can, please. Let's go gradually. Three-legged dog, left leg back and up to the sky. Inhale. Knee to the nose, round the back. Exhale. When you kick your left leg back, chest forward, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or up dog. I love to spend one more breath here, even maybe 2 full breaths on top of just inhale and come up only. So I can go deeper into the chest opening. This part is so beautiful to opening the sternum and the heart. Downward facing dog, please. And you step the left foot forward between the hand. You pivot to the right. Turn your heels in and your toes out. And then you're going to bend one knee at a time to get into the hips opening. I highly suggest open your legs enough that when you bend, your knees stay on top of your ankle. Yeah. And your knee should also like point to the same direction of your toes. Engage your core, leave your spine open. Turn back toward the front. Now this one we're going to do lizard with the back knees on the floor, so you have your body inside of your left leg. Okay, and you just continue to get your chest go downward to the floor. One exhale at a time. While your left knee stay over your ankle. Standing split right here. Now this is a good time to practice handstand for some of us. One. Then come back into that lizard, left leg forward, right leg back. Vasisthasana on your right hand, right foot, please. You can stack your left leg or not. You push that floor away from you and really get the weight onto the back leg. And then square the chest and the hip to the floor, left leg forward. Pasavakonasana, extend side ankle. Breathe deep. Stay like back onto your left thighs a bit. I mean, your back thighs, and scoop the front seats under and really length out toward the top arms. Now this one is Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Number 2, you bend the back knee, hold the foot with the hand, square the hip, get the hip into the heel. Each exhale, you root down to the floor. And each inhale, you lengthening up to the sky and stay open with your chest, please. Your left hand, if you want it to be fancy, you can lengthening it up. Make sure your right thigh stay back a bit. Each exhale, if you can go deeper, you can keep bending that left knee, but don't let the hip get pushed forward completely. Like you want the thigh to stay back to protect the head of the femur. And Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. of dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, please. And you step the left leg forward between the hand, pivot to the right. Now from here, you can go into headstand or not. If you don't want to do headstand practice, you actually can do Pasarita Padottanasana and really keep lengthening your spine downward, or you can walk your hand back behind the legs. While you do that, hug the shins in and push your thighs out, please. Now for us that can go into headstand, let's go there mindfully. So you do tripod headstand or Shirshasana 2. Come back down. Turn back forward toward the front edge of the mat. Get your left knee to the floor. We do a lizard with the back knees on the ground. Big hip opening here, one exhale at a time. Make sure your spine nice and lengthened when you also go down to the floor, please. So your hips go back, your chest go forward. Standing split on the right leg. Yeah. Handstand. And come back down. Have your left leg land back behind you. Left hand to the floor. Vasisthasana on the left leg, please. If you're ready to do full Vasisthasana, please feel free to do that. And then square the chest and the hip to the floor. Right leg step forward. Extend side angle pose. Patsavakonasana. I actually need to use block on this side. Yeah, this is a sign of acceptance. I feel a little bit weaker on this side and need help. I just like, yep, take the best care of it. Now come square the hip, back knee to the floor, your left knee come up and hold the foot with the hands. Like get that sternum to open, shoulder blades onto the back, square your hip, send your hip into the heel. Each exhale, root your tailbone down, draw your core in, and you lengthen all the way up to the sky. When you're ready, when you exhale, you can go deeper. Remember, stay back with your hips a bit when you try to go forward with your body. So don't let go of your core and your hip forward. Can you see that? Like step back and use your trunk. Like get your core to engage in length. So we protect the femur joints in the back. We protect the lower back. At the same time that we want to stretch the hip flexor the best we can. Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Yeah. This is still like a practice for me. I have been doing it forever. Still a challenge and I enjoy every bit of it. Upward facing dog. Child's pose, please. From here, we go into Pincha Mayurasana, the forearms balance. Try to put your chest through your arms. Talking and doing things. Yeah, make the challenge 2-3 times stronger. I'm going to do it again by holding my block with the hands. So my foundation is so much stronger. So I can really work my shoulder. And carefully, when you're ready, come down and rest in child's pose, please. And connect to that quietness within right away. Let the mind be clear and choose not to judge oneself. Accept what the body can and can't. And we're going to come into seated position. Now I'm going to do the right leg or the left leg. Right here into the groin. So Parivrtta Janushirshasana. So we're going to go sideways opening. So use your right hand, hold the left foot, and use the left hand to thread through, and you keep walking the left hand further. That's what's going to make you go down to the floor deeper. Make sure your sitting bone is also keep grounding down. Your hip is heavy as it can be. Okay? And you like push your elbows apart. The bottom one you can push into the floor. The top one is you pull the left foot. Try to pull it off the floor while the foot is still on the ground, and aim that left elbow up to the sky, please. Core is in. Turn the self open. The more, like the depth of to get the body to the floor and to keep walking that hand forward. When you cannot go any further, then you can move the hand to hold the foot and aim the bottom elbows away from the body. That's what's going to get you deeper. So it's not going straight to the ground. Yeah? Tailbone root down, length to the crown, pull the elbows apart. You also want to pull yourself toward the foot as well. Make sure you don't rock back, please. And we do Janushirshasana. Bow down. Please feel free to be creative with the hands. What helped you to get into the pose at ease and feel like it can help you to get into the pose with the best alignment. I think hands are what should be, like we should have a freedom to use them to help us. The legs is active, the jaws is softened. We walk our practice in the middle path. Lift the chest off from the leg, cross the right leg over left, and we twist it to the right. Right elbow outside, left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. So we use the elbow and the knee to help one another to keep our strength back into the core. I have to make sure that with that, we also don't want the knee to get pushed so far into the left, or we push the knee so far out to the right. So we want that fighting to keep the legs and the hips stay in the center. If you can by the hands, please feel free to do that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. You do your best to turn the chest to the right as much as you can, but your belly should resist that turn a bit because we want the hip to stay facing forward the best we can. Inhale, untwist. Reverse table, please. Feet to the floor, knees bend, hand on either side of your hip. Draw the shoulder blades together. Push down to your feet. Aim the knees away from you and push strong on the feet and let the hips go as high as you can. Get that shoulder blades together. Make sure the knee doesn't knock in, open wider than the hip distance apart, please. And make sure that the elbow is not hyperextended. I know it's not that easy. Carefully exhale, come back down. Janushirshasana, right leg. Extend left heel to the groin. Parivita, Janushirshasana. Inhale, you breathe into the back muscles. Exhale, root the tailbone down. Let length, pull your elbow up to the sky. Push your elbow down to the floor. When you're ready, you can hold the foot with both hands. And keep grounding that right leg down into the earth, please. And Janushirshasana. Lift the chest out from the right leg and cross the left leg over right. It's a Marishasana 3, but we do it with the cross leg variation. Now, normally you put the foot on the inside, you're not crossing. I just love the crossing personally. Inhale, length. Exhale, twisting to the left. The sternum is open, shoulder blades together, belly is resists the opening of the chest. Get your neck to turn. You can buy, you buy. If you can't, you don't have to. But these sides, I don't have that capacity. My shoulders are not happy about it, and I listen and accept it. Turn forward, inhale. Pure Tanasana, please, another back bend here. Instead of, it's kind of reverse table, but with the straight leg instead. So shoulder blades onto the back, push down. When you lift the leg, really point that toes away from you. Get the shoulder blades onto the back the best you can. You can drag the foot in a bit. That's not true. Come down. Roll back and forward. Meet in Uttanasana, please. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. How about we do sun salute and meet in downward facing dog here. I'm going to add the handstand. Left leg forward, warrior 2. Trikonasana, triangle. Straight the left leg. The top hand you can point up to the sky or go alongside the ears. And feel the back leg, your right leg really grounded. And extend out to your right hand. It feels so good right here. Now we do Pasavakonasana, binding. So get the hands underneath, hold the wrist, stay back on the right thigh, root the left sit under, draw the core in, get the shoulder blades onto the back, chest open. Half moon, please. Ardha Chandrasana. It's getting dark. And go three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, land the right foot back behind you. Kick the left leg back and up to the sky. Inhale. Pigeon pose. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Get the left leg forward. Go hip. Inner thighs roll in, back and apart. Inhale. Just get yourself to go deeper. Root the tailbone long through the legs bone. Come down mindfully. What will help you to go deeper into pigeon pose, if you feel like you hit at the max, add the twisting into it. It's really helpful to add more challenge into the twisting. If that works for you, you just thread your right hand through the left and get the shoulder down to the floor. Make sure that your hip is still stay square toward the floor, please. Use the strength of the leg to press into the floor, the toes. And stay soft on your jaw, your eyes. And come back up. We go back into three-legged dog. Just take care of that hip joint right now. You can also flip into wide thing. Have the left leg back behind the right and just push the floor away. Get the shoulder blades onto the back. Make sure the bottom hand is straight, not hyperextended. And you just turn yourself open into almost wheel. And come back down to downward facing dog. Right foot forward between the hands, warrior two. Sorry, need to take care of my hairs a bit. Trikonasana, straight the front leg. Use your core to ground your leg bone down into the floor and use that strength to lengthen out to the spine, out to the hand, shoulder blades back. Hip stay back, just attach. Front heel in line with the back arch. Remember to let that breath be nice and open. Pasavakonasana, binding, please. Push the left thighs back, and we don't want the head of the femur to get pushed forward so much. Root the right seat under. And this side is really a challenging side for me, which is good. The more challenge you have within the body, please use that to help you to be more accepting and more mindful. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, please. Three-legged dog. Right leg go up to the sky. Hips open. Pigeon pose. Remember, if you want to add more challenge and you know that's what your body need and can handle it, please accept that. I honor that. I know it's not that easy to find that path sometimes. Like if I push it, am I accepting? I think the difference between respecting yourself and like honor that challenge, then try to be very violent with your body. There are two different kinds of energy beneath the action. So just be mindful which one is leading your practice right now. And we're going to go into wide thing, right leg up to the sky. And you just cross over the left side, push your weight back to the legs. Get the chest nice and open, draw your shoulders together. Chest opening. And we go downward facing dog, please. Bend the knees, look between the hands. And come forward to Uttanasana. Stand tall, inhale. Hands to the heart, Tadasana. Exhale. Have your feet beneath your hip bones. With your chin hugging in, your thigh pushing apart, just enough you feel the strength that surrounded your knee. And you root your tailbone down, length through the spine, opening your heart chakra. Come back to feel and honor the breath, to let it be deep. And let the exhale remind you to let go of unnecessary thoughts. So what left is the acceptance. Now, before we're going to get into the pose that I prepare your body to do it. Let's do Uttita Hasta Padangustasana to the side first, please. So you balance on your right leg and get your left leg to the side. I actually love to hold the heel personally because I have so much opening already in the adductor muscles. You can hold the big toe of your left leg, or you can use a strap and kick the leg to the side. Okay. Hip. Think about the head of the femur or the top of the thigh. You want it to extend its back just enough. So I'm going to standing sideways because we want the curve still like there in the lower back. We don't want to go so far backward, but we want enough. Yeah. We don't want the lower back to be flat. Then from there you root the tailbone down, stand nice and tall, and kick that left leg towards straight, please. Your right arm can go up to the sky. Any one of us that can go deeper, I actually can do it with the help of the strap. Instead of the right hand extended, I can use it to hold the left foot. Yeah. But since I'm not yet able to do that, so I have to accept that, I make my right arm just longer. So, and I do it. This way instead. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one side. Come back down. Maybe move the body around. This may help to release some tension in the body. Then Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Do it by balancing on the left leg and kick the right leg up, please. The grip ring right here, that rotation when you do the inner thighs in back and apart will really help so much. And when you root and lift, we really want to create the space right there. The pinching, it's not something that we want it to remain there forever. So keep your eyes on that, please, your third eyes on that, and try to create more space. Then like force your body into the pose and you feel so much pain into that. Yeah. This side is definitely tighter. And you can see, you actually can be in the pose and still work the opening of the muscles. You just have to give the muscles enough room for it. And come down. Now, the pose of the day is bird of paradise. Okay, so that is require big hip opening and also the opening of the chest. In order for us to bind the hands, it's not an easy poses. So let's see, with all of the preparation that we did earlier, see how much our body can do it right now. So we get the left leg forward first. So we go into Svakonasana, biting, right? But we're not getting to the pose, we just bind it and then step the right leg forward. Yeah. Then balance on the right leg. I'm going to turn toward the camera. Excuse me. I just want to make sure that nothing is in my way while I'm doing it. Does that help? All right. Yeah. So I bind the left side first, then I walk the right leg forward, then put the weight toward the right. Okay. So lift the left leg off the floor. Yeah. And right here, that rotate the thighs in back. It's gonna help the body have a chance to adjust itself. Yeah. Shoulder blades back. So while that rotation is happening, for us who are tight, that is good chance to add the kicking in first. After that, root the tailbone down, lengthen the spine nice and long, and keep the leg kicking. Yeah. Voila. And you just carefully just let it go like that. Or now I do the right side by the right leg, weight on the left leg. Balance on the left leg. Stay internal rotation in the hip. Adjust the holding of the hand and see where that may help to allow your shoulder to move more backward. Yeah, so really need to be mindful with that. Then I rotate the inner thighs in, kick the leg towards straight. With the shoulder blades draw toward one another. And then root the tailbone down. Stand nice and tall, the best I can or you can. Yeah, this side is tighter. And the other way to come down is you can just like come down on the floor like that. And then release the hand. Right? You can go back to downward facing dog. And do the shoulder opening Or the other pose that will help to counterbalance the rounded in the shoulder, because the weight of our leg is pushing the shoulder forward, is the forearm balance, right? Because that will help us opening the chest. If you do not have strength anymore left, you actually can lie down to your back and do bridge. Forward. So, I want to say I highly suggest, find poses that you can counterbalance the roundness of the weight of the hip, especially for us who have a tight hips, tight legs, that really force the shoulder to round in bird of paradise. So when you're done with that, do windshield wiper with the legs. And take yourself to any Shavasana variation that you will enjoy in this moment, please. The one that I'm doing right now is I make my feet met width apart and knock my knees in and have my hands together on my belly. And may the breath help you to let go of your bones, your works, and your muscles. And may you let the earth has you, hold you. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you want to. I would love to take this time to come out from the Shavasana so I can say goodbye to you all. If you want to join me, just start moving your fingers and your toes. And turn the head side to side. Hug the knees toward the chest and rock gently side to side. And roll to the right side of the mat. And rest right there. Create this a cocoon of safety for yourself. And remember that ground and Mother Earth beneath us, let her remind us that we always support it. Even though sometimes we don't see that. And you use the strength of your hands to bring yourself back up to a seated position, please. Sit nice and tall with the hands together right in front of the heart. And you just press the thumbs, go right between the eyebrows. Know that the practice of acceptance are not something you're born or I born or anyone who born with. The practice will make it easier. It may be harder for some of us, and even myself, at the early on of the acceptance, because we want to be recognized, and we want to make sure that what we give is the best we can, but not every time that is what it is. And to me, that is what the universe reminding us, that we don't need to push so hard to be like anyone else but ourselves. So may we remember to learn to accept and embrace who we are fully. And namaste to you, everybody. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Hopefully you enjoy the sequence of this video. If so, please give this video a thumb up. And if you never subscribed with Aphinya Yoga before, allow me to welcome you. And if this video is useful for anyone you know, it will be my honor if you are kindly share this video with them. See you again in the next video, everyone. Namaste.